want to do a quick prophecy update, not that we normally do on a communion Sunday, but because of the light of the events that took place this last week with the peace plan, I wanted to just make a quick statement on that, and then next week we'll continue our prophecy updates. This peace plan that was announced, and again, it's just a starting point. It's not the final done deal. Okay, so there's people that are thinking this is the final deal. This is just the starting point, blueprint, if you will, that makes a lot of sense for all the parties involved. Okay, so it's not just going to be one-sided if this deal is going to work out. And of course, we know that the Palestinians don't like it, and especially Iran don't like it because the nation of Israel still exists. You know, if the nation of Israel didn't exist, they'd be happy with it because they want the land. And so, but they've always had a problem with every type of plan that's out there. But when you look at and read and hear this particular plan, I wouldn't be surprised, not saying that it is, but this would be one of those blueprints that can certainly be in place for the Antichrist. And not saying that Donald Trump is the Antichrist, far from it, because he's hated around the world, you know, and the Antichrist would be someone who's going to be loved by everyone in the world, right? So, but there is a plan that needs to be put in place. It needs to be something that the Antichrist will confirm, as Daniel 9 mentions. And so, again, as you mentioned, this is not the final, peace plan, the deal of the century, but it's certainly a blueprint. And the so-called peace plan, again, is just one of those end-time signs. Things have to be in place, just like eventually that third temple has to be, set up, before the Antichrist goes in halfway through the tribulation to desecrate it. So that still has to be on the table as well. Whether it's part of this plan, I haven't read that far in the document yet. I don't think it is, but something else has to take place for the Jews to build their third temple there. So that's all part of something that has to be in place. But we're also seeing some of the other components that can easily take place and be triggered any day now and we've mentioned this quite a few times with Isaiah 17 with the destruction of Damascus, Jeremiah 49, Ezekiel 38. These are all pieces of the prophetic puzzle that's in play. So I believe that there will probably be some sort of attack or some sort of war that's going on in Israel for the Antichrist to come up, to stand up and say, hey, we need this peace. Let's make this agreement. So that's just an opinion of mine. It's not saying it's thus saith the Lord, but for something to be confirmed. So someone to come in there, here's a plan, here's what we're going to do. So anyways, just quite a few of those comments that were coming up this past week. So I just wanted to make a quick statement on that. And that's it for today's update.